Imagine this just a few hours before boarding a flight. In the middle of an exhausting schedule and non-stop global attention, Jungkook of BTS chose to pause for a moment. Not at a luxury hotel, not at a private event, but at an ordinary BBQ restaurant, and right there, one lucky ARMY walked away with a once-in-a-lifetime memory. What really happened at that dining table? Why did a simple autograph from Jungkook leave fans around the world shaking with envy and emotion? And could this small moment hold a deeper meaning before they flew together as members? Stay right here. You're watching TAEKOOK Lover. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe right now, because this story is far deeper than it seems. The world of K-pop is never short of grand moments, massive stages, or record-breaking achievements. Yet, ironically, it is often the simplest, most unplanned moments, those without professional cameras, official announcements, or staged performances, that become the most unforgettable memories of all. And that is exactly what happened on the day Jungkook of BTS unexpectedly stopped to eat at a BBQ restaurant before flying with the members. No one imagined that such a brief, ordinary decision would transform into a global story that left armies around the world silent, smiling, and full of questions. Amid relentless schedules, overwhelming pressure, and constant public scrutiny, Jungkook revealed something the world often forgets. Behind the title of global superstar, he remains human, someone who values small pauses and fleeting encounters. That day began like any other. A tight schedule, travel preparations, coordination with staff, and a rhythm that never truly slows down. But somehow, in the middle of it all, Jungkook and the BTS members chose to stop. Not for something spectacular, but simply to share a meal together, enjoy warm food, and recharge before taking flight again into the global spotlight. The BBQ restaurant had no idea what was about to unfold. There was no red carpet, no screaming crowd outside, just an ordinary space filled with the scent of grilled meat, the clinking of utensils, and quiet conversations. Until suddenly, an ARMY inside realized something they would never forget for the rest of their life. Jungkook was their real, close, and unbelievably warm. For that ARMY, time seemed to slow down. This was not about taking a viral photo or showing off. It was about realizing that an idol who had always existed behind a screen was now sitting in the same room, breathing the same air, eating the same food. A moment that felt impossible, yet undeniably real. What caused this story to explode was not just Jungkook's presence, but what he did next. With calm manners, kindness, and genuine attention, Jungkook gave an autograph. No rushing. A simple signature that, to the world, might be nothing more than ink on paper, but to an ARMY, it became an emotional imprint, proof of connection, and a reminder that dreams sometimes truly touch reality. The news spread not because of manufactured hype, but because of its emotional honesty. ARMYs from different countries began sharing their reactions: envy, happiness, tears, even disbelief. Many said they were not jealous in a negative way, but deeply moved by the way Jungkook treated a fan with respect and sincerity rarely seen at such an extraordinary level of fame. What made the moment even more intriguing was that it happened just before Jungkook flew with the other members. This small detail quickly sparked endless speculation. Was this one last moment of calm before an intense schedule? Was it Jungkook and BTS quietly recharging their emotional energy before stepping back into a demanding global routine? Or was it simply a coincidence too beautiful not to carry meaning? Netizens began analyzing everything: the timing, the location, Jungkook's expression, the members' body language. Many said the atmosphere felt different, calmer, warmer, almost as if BTS wanted to leave behind a gentle, emotional trace before, disappearing again into their busy lives. BTS has long been known not only for their music, but for the emotional bond they share with ARMY, yet this moment reinforced something powerful. Closeness does not always need to be grand. Sometimes it exists in a soft smile, polite words, and an autograph given from the heart. What strengthened the story even more was how the lucky ARMY chose to share it. Not with arrogance, but with gratitude. The words used were filled with thankfulness rather than pride. And perhaps that is why the world responded so emotionally, because the story felt real. Within hours, the moment spread across platforms, from small forums to global timelines, from simple comments to deep discussions. Many ARMYs said, "This isn't about wishing it were me. It's about being happy knowing Jungkook is still like this." But like every powerful story, questions linger. Why did this moment feel so significant? Why did this autograph feel different from thousands given at official events? Perhaps because of its spontaneity, because of an authenticity that cannot be staged. Jungkook was not on a stage. He was not behind a camera. He was simply being himself, and that is where the story's true power was born. The fact that he then boarded a flight with the members added yet another layer of meaning. There was a sense of togetherness, transition, and perhaps a temporary farewell. ARMYs began wondering, was this a quiet moment before a major chapter? Was something new being prepared? Or was it simply a gentle reminder that BTS always carries ARMY in their hearts, even during their most personal moments? There are no definitive answers. And perhaps that is why this story continues to live on. Because in a fast-moving world, one simple moment managed to slow time and make millions feel the same emotion at once. Even now, ARMYs are still talking about it, still imagining it, still questioning it. And maybe that is BTS's real magic. They don't just create music. They create shared memories that bind millions of hearts into one collective story. Before we close, if you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to TAEKOOK Lover. Share your thoughts, because every ARMY perspective matters. And now, the biggest question remains. Was Jungkook's BBQ restaurant moment nothing more than a sweet coincidence? Or was it a subtle signal of a new phase, an unspoken message, or a shift yet to come in BTS's journey? And if you were that ARMY, would you stay silent, cry, or struggle to believe that a dream was truly standing right in front of you?
Thank you.